Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everyone.
Oh, crap. Hold on. I got some feedback or echo or something.
Good morning, everyone. And shortly we should have
Okay.
Spitfire 2.
I got you.
How are you doing this morning, Lori?
You got an old show on?
How are you? Just waking up, drinking my coffee.
What is this?
Yeah.
No.
What the hell is this?
I know you have. I apologize for that.
I know you didn't sleep last night.
God, that's an old show. I don't know where the hell that came from.
Doing?
I have no clue where that came from.
I'm like, oh, good. My clone is here. I don't even have to be here today.
Good morning, Lori.
Good morning, Damon. I'm doing great. How are you?
Oh, I'm freaking fantastic. My name is Damian Maynard. If you've never seen me before, this is my show, Damian's Dungeon, newly named. And I have my co-host with me, Lori Alexander from Exposing Satanic World Government and the Underground Resistance Network. How have you been this morning?
I'm awake. I'm drinking my coffee. I'm awake. Yeah, I'm doing good, actually.
Good. Good.
Yeah. You got me up early again, Damien.
Yeah, I got up really early this morning so I could get everything compiled and put into
Yeah.
some kind of form. So,
Yeah, this is definitely a topic that here's the thing is I've pretty much washed my hands of everything, everything having to do with that whole fiasco. But um, it doesn't stop the fact that there's still questions that I haven't answered. And when you messaged me yesterday and started talking about this is something that we've been doing this, looking at this for what, over a year?
for a year now, yeah, over since
Yeah,
it began.
over a year, right? So I mean, this is and looking. I mean, like I said, I mean, this isn't something that I've been researching. I like it, couldn't care less. But I mean, when stuff comes through my feed, or people send me something, I do look at it and I do file it away. So this has definitely been a progression of information, and you actually put the pieces together, didn't you, Damien?
I really did. Yes, I did.
You did.
I've worked very, very hard at this. I've researched this tirelessly, even though we do other things too. I have been researching the hell out of this to try and put the pieces together to try and comprehend how everything went down.
Right.
And
Yeah, because I mean, there's been so many unanswered questions for us. I mean, once we took that step back and we, without the emotion part of it, and we looked at it realistically, and we looked at it scientifically, and we looked at it from a researcher's standpoint, we started seeing that there was so many holes that were being filled by emotion. There were so many questions that we didn't want to know the answers to because we were so emotionally attached to the situation. But once you take that step back and take a look at it in different eyes, you start seeing it differently. And that's where these questions started getting answered logically and factually. And that's where we're standing today, isn't it?
yes, it is. Absolutely. And this goes, this goes way further than just the occupation of the refuge in Malheur. This goes back all the way to Oklahoma City bombing and Waco.
Right.
So
right, we're seeing the same players kind of moving. It's almost like they they go to the one situation or the one well, I'd say the one event, and then they pack up and they move to another event, and then they pack up, then they move to another event. But yet, it's in together. We're seeing the same players at each event. And I remember you and I having a conversation, God, months and months and months ago, about some of these key players, but we couldn't fit in, and we knew we had facts that they were in all the events, but we couldn't tie them together. But you did that.
I did. And
You
it
did.
wasn't alone. It was with the help of other people that I was able to put everything together. But the fact of the matter is that these people are all attached to one another.
Right.
So we're going to kind of go over some of the key players in all of this. And I'm getting so many messages today.
No, I'm in the chat room right now and I'm watching your cat.
Oh, yeah, this is my cat dog. He thinks he's a dog. And I do want to give a shout out to Valley Forge for some of the information that they gave me too. And I mean, I just want to thank everyone for all of the information that they've sent me that helped lead me to all of this, because there were a number of people that along the way, since I very first started researching all this, that have sent me little bits of information that have contributed to this whole project. So there's a lot of people that I don't want to name names, because we don't want to give out confidential sources, but I want to thank everyone who helped with this project and helped to bring everything to light.
Right. And they know who they are, and we do thank them for that. Why don't we start with, in case people are listening that don't even know what we're talking about, why don't we start with from the beginning?
Okay. So all of this began in at the Oklahoma City bombing with Timothy McVeigh and the John Does that were found to be there.
Right. And it's funny because did you have a chance to go back and watch the interview that I did with Brandon Stickney?
I haven't. No, I've been doing this.
Brandon Stickney happens to be my cousin, who, a lot of people already know this. I grew up in Lockport, New York. If you guys do a Google search on Timothy McVeigh, you will see. And so after the Oklahoma City bombing, which, by the way, happened, I did know him. After the Oklahoma City bombing, and decided he wrote the unauthorized biography of Timothy McVeigh by Brandon Stickney.
Okay.
You guys can look it up. And so Brandon came on and we were talking, and the subject of John Doe number 1 and John Doe number 2 came up in the interview. And I gave him a few of my thoughts on it. And he did tell me a couple of months after that, he messaged me and said that through the interview, he had decided that he was going to reopen the investigation into John Doe number 2. That was the one that interested him the most. So, and John Doe number 2, we happen to possibly think we know who that is.
Right. And John Doe number 4 is being called into question in all of this too. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull that up. Unless, do you already have that?
What do you need?
John Doe number 4.
I'm going to pull up turn on my other computer. So that way I'm not, hold on just a second for me here. This earlier, but I didn't.
Now it's speculated that he's 3, but it doesn't matter what number actually is behind all of this, but because they're all John Does. So regardless, it doesn't.
I'm sending you something. Don't worry about it. I'm just doing that so I can grab it.
Okay.
You'll see what I just sent you something. So, okay. Now let's see if they let me in with this account, because I don't feel like.
Huh.
Oh, they did. Yeah.
Wow, that was crazy.
Shit. There we go. Okay, there we go. I didn't think they would. I've been having a hard time getting in Google Hangouts with this account because it's suspended, actually. So
you're talking about. Let me see.
John Doe. Let me see. Hold on a second. Oklahoma City.
I'm going to copy and paste. I'm going to show you this because this is the information that I have. But I know that, I mean, sometimes we look at different sources and whatnot. So I'm going to send this to you. And this is the information that I have. And I showed this to you, I think, before, but
Yep. Yep. I've seen that. Yep. Okay. So let me, here we go. Let me do a screen share. If you could give me permission to screen share this. There's John Doe number 2.
oh yeah, I gave you controls. Don't worry.
Okay. Okay. 2.
And we will do that. That's how we do that, right?
Yeah, you just got to go down and click on
I did.
my icon at the
Yep,
bottom.
I did.
So there's John Doe number 2. Okay.
Okay. And his name is Michael Brescio. Is that how you pronounce it? Michael Brescia, who is an army buddy of Timothy McVeigh's, correct?
That's the rumor. Yeah, that's what they're thinking. Also, the name of Padilla came up also.
Right.
There's Padilla. There was him, and there was one other person. Do you want me to put that person up on the screen? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. In fact, I think I have his picture too. But I'll save that one for when we get into it. So go ahead and put John Doe 4 up.
John Doe 4.
Yep. These are some of the other people that they believe were involved in the Oklahoma City bombing. So it wasn't just Timothy McVeigh that they were looking at. These people were also involved in the bombing.
They've got John Doe number 2, but he's actually.
It is actually this one right here. I'll go ahead and put it up.
Yeah, you go ahead. I'll do a stop share.
But this guy right here, Gary Hunt. I will screen share that.
Gary Hunt. That name just keeps coming up on.
Doesn't it? Over and over and over and over and over.
Over and over again.
So this is the spotlight guy that we're looking at right now. Okay? Gary Hunt. This is the number one, well, this is one of the key players at the refuge. Also one of the key players at the Bundy Ranch. Gary Hunt. He is let me see. I'll bring up the other piece. Uh-oh. He is an associate of Timothy McVeigh's and was named John Doe number 4. He was named, identified positively by the intelligence service and has never been questioned by any law enforcement agency. He was also involved at Waco, which we will be bringing up here shortly. He's an informant for the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, and he masquerades as a patriot, which we know that Gary Hunt has Outpost of Freedom. It's a website in which he has masqueraded himself as a patriot. He's done call outs for patriot groups and other militia groups to come to places just like the Bundy Ranch and Waco and Malheur. this is the focus of today's show. This is the main focus of today's show. It's not the only focus of today's show. It is, however, he is one of the #1 key players in all of this. I don't know. Did I show that? Was that able to be shown, or did it not show? Lori?
I'm just seeing you on the screen.
Oh, well, we're going to have to do that again then.
Yeah.
Okay, there it is. So this is a website that I found, and he's one of McVeigh's associates. So anyone that's questioning any of this, I've done my research. I've done a lot of research. So I know what I'm doing here. And Gary Hunt does masquerade as a patriot. He has a patriot website in which he's pulled a lot of people, and people are starting to actually call him out on this stuff because he is getting caught in his lies. Squeaky chair again. But this is the main focus of today's show, although there are other key players that go right along with him, that have been at other places he's been, and that associate with him on a very close level. So that calls into question the credibility of the people that we're going to be talking about, and what they've said, because they associate with someone who's known to be an informant for the alcohol, tobacco, and firearms, and hey, and it's the intelligence service that said it, so we can't question them, right? They're
Exactly.
pretty reliable damn source.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold on a second. Let me turn down my volume here. If you guys, I mean, here's the thing is, it was known right from the get-go. I mean, I had people messaging me and warning me.
Oh, I was asked a question in the chat to put the links in, and I can most definitely do that.
Yeah, we were told about him, Gary, back when this all started. I remember right around the time that midway through the standoff, people started messaging us and saying, start researching Gary Hunt. And that's when I first saw, or his involvement in the Oklahoma City bombing, or his supposed involvement somehow.
That came from one of my chats, correct?
You know what? I don't even remember where it came from.
Oh,
I just remember.
I do. It came from.
I remember taking notes.
It came from Becky Dean McCloskey.
No, okay, so no. This was a different. I know where you're going with that, and no, I was not. I was not in that chat that day.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what first started getting me on Gary Hunt.
Right.
And Gary Hunt led me to the other people
after
that are going to be coming up in this program, who are, I'm just going to say it now, Ryan Payne and Skylar Barbeau. They're both affiliates and associates of Gary Hunt, and I'm going to be linking some other people to Gary Hunt as well.
And we have, and this isn't speculation. This is directly from Barbeau's mother, correct?
Absolutely, yes.
So at this point, this is not speculation. We're not speculating that there was some sort of um, connection between
all of these connections have been made either through the people that we're talking about or
directly. Yeah,
absolutely.
directly out of their mouths.
Yep.
Supposed to have a guest on the show today.
I was, and we spoke at length yesterday, and then today, when I mean, not even very long ago, his phone got shut off. He's got a hardwired phone, so his phone got shut off.
Phone. He's got a landline.
Yeah. So through all of this that I've actually, all this research that I've done, which was, I never would have done any of this research and never would have put any of this together had someone not mentioned had someone not mentioned Gary Hunt's name in my chat, which we all know was Becky. So that leads me to believe that Becky knows Gary Hunt pretty well, and
she was, if I remember correctly, she was pretty adamant on you contacting him. She, even went as far as to go as the go-between.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. I was not, like I said, I wasn't in the chat that day, but I do remember it because, we all
on my behalf and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's when the trouble started.
Yeah, that's when we actually started getting hit with trolls and all that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
absolutely.
So
now what time is Laurel? Is she going to come in with us?
I don't know yet. Let me message her real quick and find out. So yeah, this is a year of research, or very close to a year of research, and
right.
And putting things together. So okay, I message Laurel. Let's see if I know she's in the middle of something right now, but she should be able to get in here pretty shortly if she's coming. So moving on, because I don't particularly want to spend a lot of time just talking about it. I really wanted to get to the meat of it and show what has actually been put out there. So all of these things are on the internet. You can find everything yourself or go look at it, whatever. It's just that I've spent a lot of time looking at things. So I have another piece here that puts Ryan Payne and Gary Hunt together. And Gary Hunt and Ryan Payne have been seen together not only at Malheur, but also at the Bundy Ranch. And we're working quite closely together there. So I have this piece. I will put the link in the chat. And I'm not the only one that's done some speculation on this, you know? So
No, you're not the only one.
no,
You're absolutely. There's been a lot of people that have been trying to put these pieces together for quite a while, you know, and it's just the last few days, you know, like we said, by Gary Hunt's own admission, by Skylar Barbeau's mother's own words, you know, where these pieces have finally, in the last, what, 24 hours, 48 hours, have fallen into place.
right. And even Ryan Payne and Blaine Cooper have both organized militias together, or maybe not together, but have both organized militias. And so that even I don't know about Blaine Cooper yet. I haven't done any research concerning him as far as all this goes. But Ryan Payne, I can put with Gary in several different places. So
Okay. Why don't we do that then?
But before we move on to that, I actually want to show this piece, which was written by a woman named Linda Thompson.
Oh, yeah.
Who had a law firm in, and I'll go ahead and show this too, who had a law firm in New York, but she turned journalist and went to Waco. So, and I'll go ahead and put this in the chat too, because I feel that it's necessary, you know, that people don't just listen to what I say, but really that you go and read it for yourself, because and even dig further if you need to, because this stuff is important. I mean, these are the people that put together the Oregon standoff. It wasn't Ryan, it wasn't the Bundys and the Finnecums that put together the Oregon standoff. It was these people, Ryan Payne, Gary Hunt, and whoever else their associates are, that put it all together. And then they made a call out and had these people come. So Gary Hunt was found out to be a government informant later, after the Waco standoff, but this woman isn't alive anymore. Her name is oh, good Lord. It's been, yeah, Linda Thompson. Like I said, she had an attorney's office in New York. She had gone to Waco to cover the story and met Gary Hunt. Well, there were several things within that made her think that he was other than what he was saying, which was, you know, he was saying that he was a journalist and that he was a patriot and whatnot. But it turns out that he's not. And she did her own research on Gary after the fact. So I know that I'm not going to read it all, but I am going to show what I can of it, so that people can read it and whatnot and find out for themselves. And I
Just so people know that, you know, we're not making this up in any way. Bill Cooper, the Bill Cooper, actually did an interview with Gary Hunt, and they talked about Waco.
yeah. Well, Gary has no problem.
So I mean, this is his name. His name is nothing new when it comes to you know, his involvement in things. And I'm going to show you guys. Let me just do this real quick. If you Google Gary Hunt Waco,
You're going to come up with a bunch of stuff.
well, you're going to come up with his picture, Gary Hunt Waco.
Well,
And it
not
even
only
shows.
you're also going to be sent to his website, which I found out not that long ago when he released all those people, the names of the informants that were at the refuge. When people went there and downloaded that information, their IP addresses were also sent to the government. So
Right.
People,
Right, they were doxing people off of his web page, and we know that it's possible because that's been proven. And who we were associated with in the near past, his web page is doing that same thing. We've been told. So, you know, this is very clear. You know, very possible to do. Up on the screen, I've got the picture of Gary Hunt. Actually in the motel room in Waco. The day before Operation Trojan Horse was in effect, the ATF reserved rooms in local hotels for over 100 agents and personnel. You know that Operation Trojan Horse was, of course, when they went in and they took out Koresh and the gang at Waco.
right.
But this is Gary Hunt in one of those motel rooms that were reserved. Let me reiterate this. It was the ATF reserved the rooms in local hotels for 100 agents and personnel.
Right.
And here's Gary Hunt in one of those motel rooms. So, yeah. So all you got to do is Google Gary Hunt Waco. There's a bunch of information that comes up. And let me do this. Oh, that's not it.
I'm also going to send this to you, Lori, and I'll let you share it.
Here's another thing you guys want to watch, and I want to thank the person that sent this to me just a few minutes ago. Gary Hunt, second interview Waco with Bill Cooper, 1993. Oh.
Yeah, I hear that.
Horrible.
That's horrible. I also sent you something else just now.
Hey, let me put the link to that in the chat room for you guys. Take a look at. There's the interview. Oh, I can't do it. Okay.
What? You should be able to.
I don't have a wrench on this.
Oh, hold on. Just a minute. I'll wrench you.
Here, I just put a.
Nope.
There you go.
I'll wrench you. Don't worry about it.
I know. I forgot this one doesn't have the wrench. The other account does.
Just put a.
I did.
Put a message in there.
I did. I put.
Okay.
Oh.
Yep. Gotcha.
There we go. Now there's the interview with Bill Cooper, and it's the Bill Cooper that is talking about Gary Hunt in Waco, and that was in 1993. I think I said it was.
What is 93?
93, I think it was. Yeah. And if you like I said, if you go, yeah, April 15th, 1993 was the interview. And if you go and you Google Gary Hunt Waco, you will find a lot of information there.
Right. Well, and as we were talking earlier, the whole deal with Gary is that he puts out these calls for action and calls to arms for patriot groups to come and
Mobilize, basically.
right, which he's using the patriot community to do stuff that you know, that we all know isn't in the best interest of the people, and because you just don't mobilize and take guns somewhere. And because look, if you're caught out of state with your gun and you don't have a permit for the state you're going, or you know, it becomes a problem.
Right.
Smart.
It becomes a federal issue. It stops being a local issue and it becomes a federal issue.
Right.
So, I mean, basically what he's trying to do is trying to entrap these militia members into bringing their weapons across state line and then giving them potential of federal charges, putting them in the federal judicial system.
Oh, check this out. Oh, I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you, Mad T, because you're fucking awesome.
Oh. That's you sending me information too. So.
Got you. These are my girls here. Love these girls.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I know which one it is. Thank you. Thank you, Bugs Bunny, because I know who you are.
I know who you are.
It doesn't say, but I know who you are. Yep.
You are. Gotta love the girls.
I love them.
So,
are you showing that? Did you show that? Because I want
which
people. One? Did you get the screenshots?
No.
Oh, I'm sending them to you right now. I'm sending them to you now.
You want me to do screen share on them?
I do, because I want people to know that I'm telling the truth. Okay.
Oh, I mean, absolutely.
And anyone, people can try to dispute what I'm saying, but the fact is that you're not going to dispute it, because check it out. It's the truth, and you can't dispute the truth. Okay. When I say Becky Dean, was the one that tried to get me to talk to Gary Hunt.
I need to do something first with this real quick, if you don't mind. I need to black out some of the for their own protection.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Go ahead. I understand that. That's why I just sent it over to you, because I don't. Yeah, I honestly don't want everyone else to. I don't want everyone else to see, you know, everyone else's stuff. So, yeah, I understand.
Let me just pull this up and just to let's see, downloads 164. Okay, let me just black out these people's names.
That's fine,
because
I'm sure the chat is fine. Just make it anonymous. Who was chatting besides us?
Okay.
That way, everyone else isn't, you know, because.
So I want to cut that. I want to cut. I want to cut this. I want to cut this. Cut this. And cut this. Okay, here's the first. Oops. Here's the first one. Cut. And I want to cut the one at the bottom here because you can still kind of see who that is. Okay. So we're going to save that one. Just a minute.
I was trying to find these this morning too, and
Image.
and I had already deleted them because I thought that problem was over, you know, and I got into all this research and I kicked myself in the ass for deleting them. So
Well, yeah, we did. I mean, we deleted a lot. Hold on a second.
yeah, because I mean, really, do you think that that's going to come up later, you know? So I didn't.
Well, yeah, I mean, did we?
Awesome.
Okay. I'm just, if anybody's asking, wondering what I'm doing, I'm cutting out and I'm blacking out who this person is that's speaking with Damien, only to protect their identity.
Right.
Because we don't want to them.
Right, because it's not about them. It's about the
these people. And these people have a habit of harassing other people.
Right. It's about the content that's within the messages and not the people that are speaking. So
exactly. Okay, so we've got 164. That one. I'm just resending it to you right now.
oh, you can share it, your copy, because I don't want to mess up.
Okay. Same or they, there's two.
I've still got you highlighted, so.
Okay. All right. So let me do the screen share now for you.
But that is freaking awesome, isn't it? Oh my God. That is freaking awesome.
Here we go. Okay. So if you're showing it.
I'm getting so many messages right now.
Okay, so you've got to highlight me again, babe.
You're still highlighted.
Really?
Yep, there you are. You're on.
Okay, so it says, and there's much more on the guy. No, oh no, that was sent to me. No, not now. No, in my chat. This person says, oh, okay, so Gary Hunt is the one Equine wants you to talk to. Equine is
Becky McCloskey.
Right.
Becky
You say
the
yes.
Dean Machine on Mike Soror's program.
Right. She even called to give me his number and email and said he wanted all our links so he could look at us before he has his interview.
Yes.
This person says, okay, hold a sec. I asked about Mark, okay, meaning Mark McConnell.
Right.
And this person says, I need to do some digging because one thing I found strange was Equine, or Becky, claims she wrote something on Lavoie's Facebook page in regards to McConnell, Mark McConnell, and that he responded and gave her his number. I just found that so suspicious. You said, right, well, I'm not the only one who did the vetting. There were a multitude of people on it, and I don't know exactly yet what they found. I have to talk to that person who was giving me, but they had several people looking into it. Be searching info all afternoon. So yeah, Becky was the one that, you know, she even said, she called you, gave you
his number,
Gary Hunt's phone number.
Yeah, like how the fuck did you have his phone number?
Links to us to see that he could look at before his interview. First off, Gary Hunt is a very private man. I don't think he gives his phone number out to just anybody.
Yes, exactly.
Close. She had to have been pretty close to Gary to get his phone number.
And if she was, then she still is.
Yeah, and she was, and she still is, and that, you know, that raises suspicion. We've had our suspicions of her all along.
Yes. Well, that is what called into question her credibility in the first place. Period.
And you right from the get-go, Damien, you had your suspicions about her.
Right. And I called all of us together. I called you and
Yes, you did.
me and Eric and Mike and everyone all together to have that
Yep.
meeting, because I remember shit. Okay. I don't just forget shit. I remember everything. I have a very, very good memory. So when that all went on, I called us all together to say, hey, I don't like this.
Yep.
And some people believed me and some people didn't believe me or thought I was crazy
No, it's
or
not.
speculative.
The thing is, I'm not saying I did not believe you, but she kind of won me over, She kind
I
of,
understand. She did that to all of us. I mean,
right.
But that in particular.
So I did. I defended her, and I vouched for her, and I brought her into our little circle, and I defended her against you guys. Not you guys, but I defended her against the people that questioned her
motives,
questioned her being so close with us.
Right.
Until she showed her true colors, and then. And now we're seeing this.
Right. So here's the proof to back up what I'm saying for all those that are going to call this into question. And that includes you too, Mike. I want you to remember that I told you all this. So I was out.
And I do want to put out there for the record, since she's been out of our little, circle, the drama has completely stopped. And now, and still, she's involved in other circles, and the drama just keeps continuing.
Absolutely.
A magnet, I swear to God.
Well, oh my God, I don't even want to talk about her that much, but she is definitely.
Okay,
I won't even talk about the other stuff that's come into question here lately. I could, but I won't. Because
yeah, we won't even go there.
About her. We'll have another show about her.
Oh yeah. So yeah. So okay. So back to the messages here. So she was the one that gave you Gary Hunt's phone number. Yep. Said that he wants all of our links so he could look at us before he has his interview.
Yes, because he wanted to look at us.
So yeah, I bet he did.
Right, I bet.
Okay, so Damien, look at the chat room real quick.
Oh, no. Okay, hold on just a minute here.
There's a very good question in the chat room right now that we'll be addressing.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll get to that right now.
Yeah, why don't we get to that one?
Is Pete FBI? I can't prove that he's FBI, but the fact is that after the military, after Pete Santilli got out of the military for questionable reasons at that, he attended the FBI Academy at Quantico. So do I think he's a Fed? Quite possibly. Yes, I do. I do. Do I think he was sent to Malheur to record intel and send it to agencies unbeknownst to the Patriot community? Yes, I do. I absolutely do. And he's not here, but where is he? That's what I really want to know.
Right.
I want to know where he actually is, because I don't believe he's in jail, because he's way too smiley and way too happy to be sitting in jail. And the same goes for Ryan Payne. I don't believe he's in jail. I believe they bust him in, suit him up, take him into the courtroom for a nice show, and let him go again. That's what I think.
do know that on one of Deb Jordan's posts, she was talking about how, Pete lays in his motel room at night listening to the sirens go by.
Yeah.
Well,
like, what motel?
She backpedaled, but when she got questions about this, she backpedaled and said, no, that was the day that Lavoie got killed. That was talking about in the motel room. Well, we have videotape proving that Pete wasn't in the motel when the sirens went by, when he was murdered, blah, blah, blah. He was at the FBI.
Right.
So she backpedaled, but she completely lied about it.
Right. And you can all go back and look at the footage. It's on their own website. You can look at the footage. And if I could,
yeah, somebody says that they think that Alex Jones was working on bigger things, so they sent Pete. Absolutely.
yes.
I mean, any questions?
Well, the whole thing calls into question the gun thing that happened days before.
I was just going to say that. And Jeff Lehman, I wish Jeff's working right now, but I wish Jeff could come in, because Jeff had a conversation with Pete.
This won't be the only show that we do on this either. So for anyone thinking this is going away, it's not going away. I'm just going to dig harder and deeper. And
because we actually have, I mean, Jeff spoke with Pete on the phone, charges before it was announced that they were dropped, first off. Second off, we have a letter from Pete to a affected member of the community, stating some things that I'm not gonna say what that is, because that will come out on another show.
I was hoping they would be able to be on with us.
Right. Well, unfortunately, Jeff is at work, and the other person that I just mentioned is working right now too. He's a few hours behind us, but
yeah, I know.
I mean, if we do a late night show on this, both of them will be available to come on.
And all day today, all
I know.
day, all night. I don't care how late it gets. we can do another run of this in a little while.
Right.
This is not going away. Pete's not getting away with it. Ryan Payne's not getting away with it. Skylar Barbeau is not getting away with it. I'm going to expose every fucking one of you.
And we happen to know for a fact that Barbeau and
I sent you the link for that too.
oh yeah, you did. Okay, hold on, let me pull it up.
There's a whole thread about Gary Hunt, Skylar Barbeau, and others within that realm.
Oh, that's not the one.
No, it's the Facebook. Maybe I didn't send it to you. Hold on.
I got it. No, I got it. I got it.
I got it right here.
I got it.
I got everything.
I just had to find it.
So I wasn't all off track and whatnot. And Laurel should be jumping in with us here pretty soon. So this was her thread that it was on. So if anybody wants the link to this Facebook thread, put it in the chat too. Because this is the thread that Barbeau's mother admits that there's a connection with Gary Hunt. Yes, absolutely.
And also
in fact,
does Gary Hunt himself, he comes onto the thread, doesn't he?
He sure fucking did. So here it is, guys. Read it for yourselves. Here's the thread.
To let everybody know, this Linda Thompson that wrote this article, she's deceased, right?
Yeah, she died in 2009. And not only that, but I found out today that there was somebody else that was involved with Gary, trying to expose Gary Hunt, that ended up dead. And I have to find out his name. I don't remember his name, but I'll get it, and I'll find a way to post all these links that we're posting up in the description box. I wasn't going to do it before the show, but I'll do it after the show.
Right.
And so that anyone who's listening to this that isn't in the chat room, that isn't able to get the links through the chat, can go to these links and look for themselves. Because I have all this information, and I want you all to go and read it yourself so that you can see that what I'm saying and what I'm putting out there isn't bullshit. Okay, I can back up everything I'm saying with proof. Sorry.
It's okay. I'm going to pull up Laurel's thread. Let's see here. I can't find Laurel's thread. Where'd it go?
Hold on. It's in the chat. I just put it in the chat. Yep. I just put it in the chat. You can click on it there.
Not seeing it. Oh, there it is. Got it. Okay. Oops. Keep doing that. Son of a bitch. Okay. Here we go. Let me scooch over here. And I have to put the comments up here.
And since this is all
Okay.
public domain, I don't think it matters. You don't have to block out names or anything like that because it's public.
I'll do it on this one. Because I mean, it's her page. His. You can
Yeah,
see
like I
right
said, it's all
shared as
public domain.
Right. This is all public. Okay. So let's go down here. And even Laurel, from day one, she says, I've been saying this is a trap. I was unpopular for it too. People really got on me for all of the warnings I put out saying I wasn't being patriotic. Nice to be vindicated. Yes, it truly is nice to be vindicated, isn't it, Laurel?
And she, hopefully she'll be on with us here pretty soon. She's on the road right now, but
There's another one.
she's listening. I know she's listening because she messaged me and told me she was.
Here's one. It says, I've been recently warned about Gary Hunt and a few others from a friend and a very credible patriot. The town that Gary Hunt lives in, I have personally been to, and is a very small town filled with gang members, and is in a rare charter county to have corrupt sheriff who take bribes from meth labs.
Sure. We know there's dirty cops out there.
I'm trying to get to where Barbeau's mother.
Actually, I can send you the screenshot of that because I have it screenshotted. Oh, she's looking for her headphones. She's coming on.
Oh, nice. Here we go, guys.
Another great journalist.
She's a fantastic researcher. Oh my goodness.
She is. I love Laura.
Point. This chick is on point. Let me tell you.
I'm telling you that I'm
gonna mute for a second. I'm gonna mute for a second and grab my phone. It's ringing. Hold on.
Okay. So thank you everybody for coming, and thank you for listening, and share. I don't even care if you like my show. I just want you to share it. Share it. Make it be known. Let everybody know that these people are liars. I'm gonna do. I have it here, right here. Bam. And the reason that I was able to put Skylar Barbeau in it was right there. His mother said it. So I've got it. Boom, boom, boom. And I will share what I've got right now. Hold on. Let me pull it up first. And I will screen share with you so that, oh, where did it go? I don't know if I can do that. Hold on. Lori may have to do that.
Okay, what do you need? I'm sorry. We're getting a kitten today, and the vet was calling me to say that she was ready.
Oh, awesome. No, I just sent you the Barbeau thing right there. And it
Gotcha.
it's
Okay.
it's
There
in
we
the
go.
thread too. It's in the thread, but I don't know exactly where it is in the thread. So I just sent you the screenshot that I took.
Okay. Cool. So
Here it is. That's from Skylar Barbeau's mom. Awesome.
this is from Skylar Barbeau's mother. And she says, this is Stacy Barbeau. This is what she says. I don't know about all this, but this is all capitals, but I do know that my son continues to work closely with Gary Hunt and obviously feels safe with him. Thus, I feel confident in Gary and that Skylar knows what he's doing and who he trusts, which in this case, both Gary Hunt and Michael School.
Well, Michael School does no longer trust Skylar Barbeau, and I'll tell you why. Because Barbeau went to School's place and stayed with him, and he found out who he really was. So that is that's an assumption on her part. So, but because all this, I'm talking to Michael right now, actually. So,
And for the record, I mean, you can speak for Michael because you've been on the phone with him for.
Yeah, but I'll let him speak for himself because I'm on.
Oh yeah.
I'm in Messenger with him right now, and I have Miss Grady. Miss Grady wanted to ask some questions of Michael, and go ahead with your questions, Grady, because I got him. So if you have a question, just ask in the chat, and I'll ask Michael, and then I can tell you the answer.
You know, Damien.
What?
Can't you call him through Messenger?
I might be able to. Hey, oh yeah, right. Yeah, I might be able to. I sent him a message. Let's see if he answers.
Because you know, there's more than one way to skin a cat on this.
Yeah. I mean, hey, I'm gonna try. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna give him a call right now.
There you go.
Oh, I don't think it'll let me. Oh, hold on. I got my headphone on. I need to do. It might not let me because he's on a computer or something. He's not on. He
can still answer on the
Okay.
computer.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I talk to Robbie in the mornings. I don't use my phone to talk to Robbie.
Oh, he doesn't have a mic. Nope.
Oh. Okay. All right. Well,
Nope, he doesn't have
we
a
tried.
mic. That's all right. It's all right. So,
Ooh.
waiting.
So I have a question. I have a question that was just sent to me in chat.
Okay.
Pure speculation, but for food for thought. The question is, what if Hunt had something to do with Cooper's death? Just a thought. I had no idea they knew each other.
Who is that?
This person says, what if Gary Hunt had something to do with Bill Cooper's death?
You know
Just
what?
a thought.
I would not doubt it at all.
This person says, just a thought. I had no idea they knew each other. Oh, they knew each other quite well. They had done many interviews together.
She doesn't have a Google Hangout. That's the problem.
Oh, Laurel doesn't? See,
Yeah.
I've been trying to get her on for ages, and if she would have done what I asked her a couple months ago, she'd have had this all set up.
Sorry. Delete that.
I've been trying to get her to.
Never mind.
I'm gonna leave that up on the screen here.
Oh, hold on. The authors of the lawsuit. Lawsuit spread all over my kitchen table to work on. Gotcha. Just figuring out how to log in. Waiting for a text confirmation code. I'll send to your Hangouts. Hold on. This is much easier, Laurel. Hold on. There you are, Chickie. I'm faster than you, Laurel. It's okay. Oh, okay. Let's see what else we got here. We also have this from the Outpost of Freedom in Burns and Operation Mutual Defense, which is Ryan Payne's, by the way. And I'm going to send this to you, and we can play it through the. We can play it, right? Because this is a video.
Okay. Okay. If you, yeah, I'll grab it on this. This
Oh my God. 50 freaking messages. I'm not joking at all.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure the haters are. Oh, I can. Can you just imagine how their messages are going off right now with each other?
I'm gonna put this in the chat too, but I'm also gonna say I was getting ready to send it to you.
I'm sure they're sitting in a hangout right now watching this together.
You're just wishing they could come in here, but they know if they come in here and talk shit, they're gonna get booted.
Right.
Yep. Okay. Oral. Sent Laurel. Yeah, so it's been a clusterfuck for a while now. I sent it to your deal there. Okay, I got you turned on.
I gotta wait for it to load. Let me share it on this one.
Oh, on the other one? Which one are you going under, your face or
Yeah, click on the check.
on 10?
I'm going under Alice right now.
Okay, Alice it is. I like that Alice
Yeah.
too. She looks all wicked. Wicked Alice.
She's stuck on us. I think I had somebody ask me the other day, "Are you going to change your profile pic?" I was like, "No, everybody knows me as Alice now." So, okay, so this here is reporter J.J. McNabb posts McVeigh's associate Gary Hunt calls to arms to Twitter Tuesday night. Blast calls for all good men to come to the aid of their country after claiming that Lavoy Finicum was murdered by the FBI and Ryan Payne was shot. Payne was not shot, but Ryan Bundy suffered a minor gunshot wound and was treated before being released to federal authorities. So McNabb. Ding.
All right, this is Defend Your Face at the compound here in Wildlife Refuge.
Okay.
She
You
doesn't
ready?
want to show her face because her, yeah, she just doesn't want to right now. So I told her I'd turn her down.
I'm not showing mine. Okay, here you go.
Right. Okay.
All right, this is Defend Your Face at the compound here in Wildlife Refuge, Burns, Oregon. We need all patriots to get here as soon as possible. ASAP. We're prepared. We need people to come here. So come send help, please.
All the arms. J.J. McNabb posted McVeigh associate. So even they have.
Hey
Hey,
guys.
there she is.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yep, just fine.
Hey, Lori. How are you guys?
Good.
How are you?
So I haven't been listening to the past like 10 minutes, so I'm not sure what you're talking about.
We showed a video. We just showed a video of Gary Hunt making the call to arms after Lavoy was shot.
Okay. Hold on a second.
For everyone
So-
that doesn't know, this is Laurel Glaze, and she is a stupendous researcher and journalist. Welcome,
Thank
Laurel.
you. Thank you. I'm like kind of nervous. I've never been like on a, done a podcast before or anything.
It's
But
okay.
let's see. I was going to tell you guys something. So do you know Kate Heffley Daly? She has a radio show in Utah.
No, have not heard of it.
Okay.
Yeah, she has a radio show in Utah on Fox. And she actually interviewed Gary Hunt a couple weeks ago. And she's my Facebook friend, and she messaged me the other day after she saw my post about him. And she said, she's like, "That's so funny." She's like, "I just interviewed him 2 weeks ago. And let me find her message. She's like, I just got a really weird feeling. Trying to find her message. Hold on a second. Basically, she just said, I just got a really weird feeling. And she's kind of like for the last year, like she's been my Facebook friend. And she's always thought, you know, the whole thing was legit. But I think she's starting to see, like she's met with all of them, all of the women and all of the people involved. Hold on a second.
Look at that one, Lori. I just sent you.
Okay.
So, wait.
Bam. Yes, Miss Laurel.
She just said, I just interviewed Gary. He's a weird dude. I had a strange feeling when I was interviewing him. He never could articulate why he left his career to write about all these events. I kept asking him about it. So you saw my post then. She said, I asked him that off the air. He did my interview last minute. I spoke to him the night before. I really don't know what to think of him. I thought he could just be an odd duck. Interviews from a few weeks ago and on KateDailyRadio.com. He didn't really say anything I don't know. I'm just always interested in what motivates people. And I could never really understand why he has followed all the events. Yeah, he's a bit strange. But so the last people that were left at the refuge, do you guys think that they were what do you guys know who all the federal agents were?
We know some of them.
What are the names that you know?
Well, there's Ryan Payne. There's, and these are, like I said, these are associates of Gary's. So I am speculating when I say that they're agents. But since they're in the company of Gary Hunt and they know Gary Hunt so well, I'm pretty 99% sure that they're agents too. So of Ryan Payne, Skylar Barbeau, Gary Hunt. Who else, Lori? She must be indisposed at the moment.
Terry Linnell.
Terry Linnell.
She was one, right?
Okay. What about what's her name? Hold on just a second here. And I've got her name too. I'm looking for her name right now. I was just given another name the other day.
And then what was up with Shauna Cox's son-in-law dying in the fire?
I don't know.
She was interviewed by Dave Hodges like in February, and she said she was ordered to remove her guns as a precondition for leaving jail. And she said her son-in-law took all the guns out of her house and moved them to his shop on Friday night, the night she was released. And then that same night, he died in a random fire in the shop. This is what she stated on Dave Hodges' interview. She said that same night that he took my guns to his shop, he died in a random fire in the shop. And in the interview, she just sounded like really nonchalant about it. It was just bizarre. I'm just curious.
That is very bizarre.
Yeah, it just reminded me of Sandy Hook and all the family members that
associated
died.
with this whole thing. Are associated with this. Sorry, I was on the phone. There's a lot of things that are associated with this that are really bizarre. I mean, we have the fire that killed her son. We also have the nurses that tended to you know, Mr. Finicum, his body, those nurses are dead. So there's a lot of things that are. It seems like the more we dig and the more questions we have answered,
The more questions come up.
that we have.
Yeah, absolutely. Who was the what was the name of the woman that I sent you earlier? I'm looking for it, but
You talking about Linda Thompson?
no, the other person that was believed to be Deborah Swan. Deborah Swan.
Oh, Deborah Swan. Right, Deborah Swan.
Yep. Deborah Swan.
Yeah.
She's one of them
There's
too.
another one. So there's a lot of people associated with it that have conveniently
Hmm.
come up.
Yeah, it was just weird. Like, she just seemed really, nonchalant about it, and
I'll be right.
she didn't seem upset or anything. And it seems like they kill family members a lot of times when the family members find out that their family members are involved in things like this.
Well, they have to silence them.
Yeah.
Can't let it
And
get.
then who was John Kilman? Was he he was an informant, right?
Yep, he was another one. Yep, and we've got the confirmed Mark McConnell. We've got there's a lot of people still associated with it that are questionable. I mean, really, their integrity is questionable. We've got another one. Jamie Lynn Spears. I mean, her motives are questionable also. So yeah, there's a lot of people out there that it's just weird that it was almost like yeah, it was almost like they were all placed there at that for a purpose, and it wasn't a good purpose.
Yeah. Well, in Gary Hunt's articles that he's been writing in the Burns Chronicles, he was talking about how they were planning to overtake another government building in another city, like a couple weeks later. Have you guys read any of his articles? I know he can't really be trusted, but
I looked at a few of them, but I tried. Like I said, I've pretty much washed my hands of this whole thing in the last few months.
yeah. Yeah, it's still important to expose it though, because they're going to keep doing this.
The backlash, really, I mean, it's gotten to the point where it's just not even worth it to me.
So what made you realize that this was going on, or that it wasn't what it seemed to be?
I started researching into Blaine Cooper. I started looking at his FBI. I started looking at his criminal record, looking at each individual basis that was involved there. There was just, there was questions. There was just
Too many questions.
It was just the integrity, the aspect of it. I mean, we were seeing people that were close to Ammon, questionable ethics, and that just led us to believe it. And I did a background search on, like I said, each of the individuals that were involved in it. Then when you bring Pete Santilli and his questionable background into it, I mean, it all puts the whole situation, everybody involved, every single person involved had an agenda. They had a purpose for being there. It was like, if you look at this person, they're associated with this person. If you look at this person, they're associated with another person. Then you start getting that group involved, and then you look at Gary Hunt and his entanglement in it. You look at Brandon and his entanglement in it. You look at Pete and the whole thing stunk to high heaven. And as soon as I started speaking out about it, I became enemy number one. And it just got to the point where, you know, they say that the opposite of love is hate. And that's where I am right now. I'm indifferent to this whole thing.
Here's I'm sending you some other stuff here, Lori, that shows the link between Gary Hunt and Ryan Payne. Again, there's innumerable links between Ryan Payne and Gary Hunt. These two have known each other for a very, very long time. Here's another one. Or I'll send this to you too, because I don't know if this person sent you this stuff too, Lori. So I'm going to send it to you, and since it's coming from my stuff to out, I can put this in the chat too. So everything that I've got, I'm going to put out. And you can all, like I said, you can all look at it for yourselves. You can see the you can see everything for yourself. Oh, why isn't that working? Is it too long? It must be too long.
And the thing at the end, the thing that they did at the very end with the 3 of them or the 4 of them, that was hilarious. Like with Gavin, the phone calls, and they aired it live, the negotiations and everything.
Right.
That was hilarious. I was like listening to it. I was like, are you kidding me? This is like ridiculous. This is just stupid.
So on your thread, Laurel, Gary Hunt has commented on the thread?
It wasn't my thread. It was Michael School's. You're talking about Michael School's thread, right?
Yes.
Okay, yes, that's right. It was Michael's. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he commented right away, and he said, I don't remember, but who was that lady that said her son was working with him?
Oh, that was Skylar Barbeau's mom.
Skylar Barbeau's mom.
Yep.
Who's that?
Skylar Barbeau,
Uh-huh.
one of the major players.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I don't remember him.
Okay, Skylar Barbeau he wasn't at Burns because he was already in jail for different things up in Washington, I think it was, and you know, so but he has associations with Hunt, and I'm sure if he hadn't got himself in the mess the pickle that he got himself in prior to that, he would have been in Burns also.
Right. And like I said, this will not be the only show that we do on this, because I want to have Michael on the show, and once he gets everything squared away and he can come on, he said he would. So he's dealing with some other problems right now as far as his phone and whatnot goes. So
right,
as soon
we'll
as
get him on here in the next.
that ironed out, he'll come on, so that he can explain it for himself. And
right. Yeah, it'll enlighten people much more if he comes on and he tells what's going on with that whole aspect of it, and it'll definitely tie it together
like
for
I
us.
said, he had Skylar Barbeau at his house, so
Yeah, Skylar lived with him for a short period of time.
yes, he did, for quite a bit of time actually.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And he started seeing stuff, you know, that he didn't like. So so that's the whole deal. And there's a couple of these links that I cannot put in the chat because they're too long.
Just put them in the description area below the video when it's done uploading.
Right. When everything's yeah, this is too long. They won't let it go. But I for those watching or listening, either one, or those that are in the chat that I can't send all this stuff to, I will post all the links to everything that we're talking about in the description box at the end of the show.
I found Gary's comment. So here, let me do a screen share. So
I sent you a few things there, Lori.
Okay. Here we go. So under, I showed you guys Stacy Barbeau's, I showed you a screenshot of it, but here's the actual thread for it. So again, Stacy says, I don't know about all this, but I do know that my son, Skylar Barbeau, continues to work closely with Gary Hunt and obviously feels safe with him. Thus, I feel confident in Gary and that Skylar knows what he's doing and who he trusts, which is in this case, both Gary Hunt and Michael School. Well, we know that Michael School doesn't trust Gary Hunt anymore either, or Skylar.
Exactly.
And Michael says, according to Charles Dreyer's mom, Gary set up her son after promising to help him. Skylar should know better. So then Gary Hunt comes on and says, I spoke to Dreyer once. That was on a radio show more than a year before he was charged with the more recent one resulting in his conviction. I have never spoken with Jan Dyer. So let's get something straight. When I write, I can prove it. Want me to prove what I have said and more, Mike? You speak and have nothing to substantiate your claims except your oversized mouth. It says you were the third bomber in Oklahoma City.
And he doesn't dispute
bomber at Oklahoma City.
And he doesn't dispute it.
Why would somebody copyright that? Your story has been changed twice. You said you were there the day before, then later you said you got there 4 days after.
Yep.
Months after the bombing. No, he wasn't, because he had ties to Timothy McVeigh.
Absolutely, he did.
And then Mike says, "Don't make up anything, Gary. That would be you and your moles. I speak as a firsthand eyewitness to what you stated to me during our conversations." So when we get Michael on the show, he's going to actually talk with us about his conversations with Gary Hunt.
Oh, he's gonna out everything that he. Like I said, we had a probably a 2-hour conversation about Skylar Barbeau in particular. So, and Michael was at the refuge, so he saw the things that went on. He saw the things that happened there. So that's why I'm really not going to go too much into detail about what he told me. I'll let him tell his story himself,
Right.
Because it has a lot to do with Skylar Barbeau being at his home, and the fact that he had gone to the refuge too. So
Right. Can you put me on a screen share, hon?
You're on there now. So.
Okay. I want people to know something.
Can people see that? Can
Yeah, now
everybody see that?
Now we can see it.
Okay.
Okay, so here's what I was showing you guys. Here's Stacy Barbeau in her comment, and then we have Michael School, Gary Hunt. But what interests me down here is this. Laurel actually comment on this when I'm done reading this, because this is her comment. It says, Gary Hunt was John Doe number 4 at the Oklahoma City bomber. Believed that he was involved in Waco. Ryan Payne, his old friend, is believed to be John Doe number 6 at the Oklahoma City bombing. Is that true, Laurel?
Laurel got kicked.
Oh, crap.
Like I said, I think that was me that said that. Was that me that said that?
No, I'm reading Laurel's comment right here.
Yes, I believe. I think she was referring to what I said, because
Okay.
John Doe,
Because your comments down here. Your comments down here.
yeah, John Doe number 6 was never identified. And I believe personally that John Doe number 6 was Ryan Payne.
Wow.
And I haven't seen the footage yet, but I will in fact find that, because I know it's on the internet somewhere.
Right.
So
And we'll have all this together when we get Mike on the show, and we'll be able to put more information. But this is just kind of, Mike was supposed to be on with us today, so that's kind of why we're like not really, saying too much, because it was supposed to be him talking, and we just kind of got abandoned. Not by any fault of his.
no, it wasn't his fault at all. And because he was more than willing to come on and talk about it.
Absolutely, and he's still more than willing to.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's no problem with that whatsoever. So, and I'm sending you something else here. See, I'm telling you, and thank you, Mad T. Thank you. And I know who you are. I'm not going to say anything other than that, but thank you. And that I know who you are. And I know Lori knows who it is too.
Oh, of course it is.
Because that person has been on our side from the very beginning, and they are wonderful, fantastic people. So I want people to know that this is the stuff that we do all the time. It's just,
well, this is the stuff that goes on behind the scenes of events like this. I mean, there always are players behind the scenes. Why am I not being able to get this? What is wrong with this? I can see that you sent me something, but I can't see that you sent me anything.
right. Oh, you can't see that?
Hold on. No, hold on a second. I mean, I can see it, but when I click on it, I can't see it.
Really?
You can. I can see it right here.
But you can't.
But when I click on it,
you click on it. That's crazy, because I can see it.
there it is. I got it. Okay, there it is.
I was going to say,
So it
I could
says,
see it when I clicked on it. So this is from, again, this was Mad T that sent this to me. And this is from, Bobby Powell's blog.
oh, this is from Bobby Powell.
Yep, this is from Bobby Powell's blog.
I'm friends with Bobby. I should give him a call. I should give him a shout. I'm Bobby. Yeah, let me make a note of that to do that today. I didn't know that Bobby was correct. I will message him today.
Powell was a very good friend of Pete's.
Grady in the chat room says Ryan Payne is only 32 years old, so he wouldn't have been old enough to be involved back then. Well, here's the thing.
What, you mean in 93?
Yeah.
I would have graduated in 93. Well, that's true. Damn. Nope, she's got a point.
Yep.
Nope, she's got a point. Gary Hunt's 70 years old. He's been playing this game for a very long time. So good point there, Grady. Thank you. Nope. She has a really good point there.
I need to pop out for a second. I need to restart my computer real quick. I'll be right back.
All right, no problem.
I mean, I don't know. I'm getting like things coming up on my screen that's crazy. Hold on.
I suppose, yeah, I bet you are. Okay, so I have another thing here, and it's just a piece from the Oregon Online or Oregon Live, and let me see if I can pull this up. So this is from Ryan Payne, or it's about Ryan Payne rather. And from what I understand, Ryan Payne was the one who led the refuge occupation. He was the one who set it up. He was the one that put it together. And I believe that Gary Hunt and him were actually co-conspirators in that, along with the other federal government agencies, in order to bring patriots together to out them, plain and simple. So, and to bring them to a place where they could arrest them. And even the ones that left before the occupation was over, when they said leave and they left, they still went and arrested those people. So just because they came there at all, they were arrested. And everyone needs to keep all this in mind when they're going back through and looking at things. I've spent the last year looking at this, and it's not just because of the Bundys and the other patriots being arrested and thrown in jail without bond. I've done this because a good man lost his life, and he didn't need to die. And I think that's part of the reason why I've been so vigilant in this, is because someone tried to bring me into all of that shit by putting me with Gary Hunt, trying to get me a hold of him or trying to get me in touch with him. And once I found out who the guy was, and I almost immediately found out who he was because someone brought my attention to it. Otherwise, I probably would have gotten a hold of Hunt, thinking that he was this great fucking patriot, which he's not. And so I want people to keep in mind that it's not this. I'm not doing this because of the people in jail. I'm doing this because Lavoy Finicum died needlessly, and because this was all brought about by the people who infiltrated the camp and took everyone to jail. This was all perpetrated by federal government to bring patriots en masse to a place where they could encapsulate and imprison them. That's why I'm doing this. It's exactly why I'm doing this. I want people to know who this man is, that he's not a patriot, that he has absolutely no good intentions for the patriot community, and that all of the people who co-conspire with this man and are friends with this man are negligent and are up to no good. So that is why I'm doing this, for no other reason than that. I hope this gets out. I hope that you share this with everyone that you know. I hope that even, man, I'm going to be go so far as to post this on Gary's website myself, but I don't need to take it that far. And anyone that can try to come dispute this, go ahead. And I'll show you the proof that says, oh, hold on. What? Hold on. I'll send you another one. Lori can't get back in. And I'll show you the proof. It's all there. All the proof is there. All you have to do is look at it, read it, and understand it. It's all there. Gary Hunt is a sham. Skylar Barbeau is a sham. Ryan Payne is a sham. They're all fucking liars. Gary Hunt is as much a patriot as I am a woman. All right. So there you have it. And let me see if I can get Lori back in here. There's no button to answer. What the? Hold on. Fine. How am I going to do this? Someone give me an answer. There's no button to answer. Why is there not a button to answer? What? Fuck. Fine. We'll do it another way. I do it this way. Hold on. I got you. I've had that problem before, Lori. There you go. Try that. I tried to call her, but there was no button to answer. I don't think I've ever had that happen to me, actually. What? An error code? I do not know. Well, we're running into some problems here. Try it now. What the fuck? Yeah. See? Never had this problem on my show, ever. Never invited somebody that couldn't answer their call button or didn't have any buttons. Okay. Wow. Lori's having problems, which makes me glad that I have all this shit on my computer. Remember, people, firewalls, they're important. Wow. And if anyone goes to Mike's chat, I want you to remember that Becky is the one that told me to get a hold of Gary Hunt. She has his phone number. She has his email address. And I believe that she works with him. I believe that's probably why Mike has some of the problems that he has with trolls in his chat. So if any of you watch Mike you know, just give him a little nudge in that direction. Let him know, hey, take a screenshot of the screenshot that I had. Point out to him that Becky is not a good person. And probably one of the reasons why he has so many problems.
I'm back.
Hey, there you are. God damn. I've never had that problem.
Anyways, yeah, that was freaky. It would let me log in on the computer that I don't have a camera or a microphone on, but it wouldn't let me on my laptop, which is the one that I need to, crazy. So when is Mike available to come on? When is his phone going to be back on? When can he
I don't know.
talk with him?
That I don't know.
Cool. Okay.
He has, and you're a little robot-y, but I don't care. You're at least here. That's fucking crazy. But, I mean, we've covered quite a bit in this show. And I guess if you like, we can end for now. And then we'll come on later and do another segment of this. And then when Mike gets his stuff up and running, we can do another show with Mike.
Yeah, I think that'd be great. It would tie everything together because, like I said, I mean, we hadn't planned for coming on, so we just kind of got thrown into giving the information that we have. But I'm sure that he can answer all the questions that everybody has right now and fill in all the gaps that we've kind of left for people.
Oh, I'm telling you, he has got a ton of information that like I said, I'm not gonna say it without him being there to say it himself, because it's not mine to say, for one, and for two, I don't want to fuck anything up. So I want him to be able to tell his own view of it. And I like I said, I presented everything that I possibly could to prove my point on this. And if anyone can dispute it, go ahead and try. But this is fact.
Right. So let me know when Mike can come on. I would be more than glad to come on with him then.
I'll stay in contact with him. Like I said, he can't make a phone call right now, so otherwise that's the way we would have been doing this. He doesn't want to download Google Hangouts, and I understand why. But when his phone is returned to order, we'll go ahead and do that. And then let's get a hold of Jeff and see if Eric can join us, because I know that he's got information on Skylar too. So let's see if we can't collaborate and do something later this evening, because Jeff can be on and he knows a lot about this stuff too. And if you have time.
Yeah, I'm available tonight. That's not a problem. Yeah, tonight's a good night for me.
Tonight's an awesome night for me because
I have nothing planned tonight.
Yeah, Brandy's not working. I have the computer all day. I don't even have to undo any of my tabs. All my tabs can stay up, and then we could do a second round of this show later this evening.
Yeah, that sounds great. Let me know what time. Like I said, I'm going to look at the kitty here in just a little bit, and then I'm going to go to the gym for a couple of hours, and then I'm all yours after that.
All right. Just let me know when you're free again.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for coming. And we'll conclude this for now and come back later this evening with probably a little more in-depth explanation and whatnot. And hope to see you there. Share, share, share. Let everyone you know see this, or at least offer it to them. That way they know that the people that are involved in all of this are highly skilled liars. That's what they are, just liars. They murdered a man in cold blood, needlessly, to fulfill an agenda. That's exactly what all this is about. So, I love you all. Keep up the fight, and we'll see you later.